The Safavid Empire's roots lie not in royalty, but in the spiritual charisma of Sheikh Safi al-Din Ardabili, a Sufi mystic from 13th century Ardabil. His influence was profound, reaching far beyond the borders of his hometown. His teachings of spiritual purity and devotion attracted followers from across the region, forming the Safaviya order, a community bound by faith and loyalty. After his death, leadership passed through his family, turning a spiritual movement into a hereditary dynasty. This transition marked the beginning of a new era for the Safaviya. Over generations, the Safaviya evolved, gaining land and the loyalty of Turkoman tribes. These tribes were crucial in providing the military strength needed for the Safavids' future ambitions. Under Sheikh Junaid, the order shifted from peaceful mysticism to militant ambition, blending Sufi and Shia beliefs. This shift was pivotal in transforming the Safaviya into a formidable force. Junaid's followers, the Qizilbash, became a fierce military force, marked by their distinctive red turbans. Their loyalty and combat skills were unmatched. His son, Sheikh Haidar, further organized the Qizilbash, standardizing their identity and leading them in campaigns that expanded Safavid influence. His leadership was instrumental in solidifying the order's power. Though Haidar died in battle, he left behind a powerful, militarized order. His legacy was one of strength and strategic prowess. The Safaviya was now poised for greatness, needing only a leader to unite religious zeal and military might. The stage was set for a new chapter in Persian history. The groundwork was set for a new empire to rise from this potent mix of faith and force. The transformation was both spiritual and temporal. The transformation from Sufi order to political powerhouse was complete. The Safavids were ready to leave an indelible mark on history. The Qizilbash's loyalty and military prowess would soon change the fate of Iran. Their role was crucial in the establishment of the Safavid Empire. The Safavid legacy began not with conquest but with spiritual devotion. This foundation of faith was the bedrock upon which their empire was built. Yet it was ambition and adaptation that set the stage for empire. The Safavids were adept at navigating the complexities of their time. The world was about to witness the birth of a new dynasty. The Safavid Empire was on the brink of greatness, ready to shape the future of Iran and beyond. Ismail, son of Sheikh Haidar, emerged from hiding at age 12 to lead the Qizilbash. Born into a lineage of Sufi mystics and warriors, Ismail was seen as both a spiritual and political leader, destined for greatness from a young age. His followers saw him as divinely inspired, fueling their loyalty and courage. The Qizilbash, fiercely devoted and easily recognizable by their distinctive red headgear, rallied to his cause, believing Ismail was chosen to restore justice and faith in Iran. In 1501, Ismail captured Tabriz and declared himself Shah of Iran at just 14. This bold move stunned his rivals and inspired hope among his supporters, marking the beginning of a new era. This marked the birth of the Safavid Empire and a religious revolution. Ismail's coronation was not just a political act, but a declaration of a new identity for the Iranian people. Ismail made Twelver Shia Islam the state religion, reshaping Iran's identity. This decision set Iran apart from its Sunni neighbors and would have lasting effects on the region's culture and politics. His Qizilbash army swept across Iran, conquering vast territories and capturing Baghdad. Their military campaigns expanded the empire's borders and spread Shi-ism across the land. But Ismail's expansion brought him into conflict with the Sunni Ottoman Empire. The two powers became locked in a fierce struggle for dominance in the region. In 1514, at the Battle of Chaldiran, the Ottomans' gunpowder weapons crushed the Safavid cavalry. The clash revealed the importance of new military technology and changed the balance of power. Ismail's defeat shattered his aura of invincibility and set the Ottoman-Safavid border for centuries. The loss was a turning point, forcing the Safavids to rethink their strategies. Despite the loss, Ismail retained control of Iran and solidified Shi-ism as its core. His leadership ensured the survival of the Safavid state and the continuation of its religious transformation. The rivalry with the Ottomans would define the region's politics for generations. The struggle between Shia and Sunni empires shaped the Middle East's future. Ismail's vision and charisma had forged a new state, but the empire's survival would demand adaptation. The Safavids would need to modernize and strengthen their institutions to endure. The Safavid story was just beginning, shaped by faith, war, and ambition. Their legacy would echo through centuries of Iranian history. the foundation for a Shia Iran was laid, setting the stage for a new chapter in the nation's destiny. The Safavids unified Iran, ending centuries of fragmented rule. They revived Persian identity, distinguishing Iran from its Ottoman and Mughal neighbors. The Qizilbash, rewarded with land, formed the military backbone but often challenged central authority. Most people were farmers or nomads, while cities like Tabriz thrived on trade and crafts. The Safavids promoted commerce, securing Silk Road routes and fostering bustling markets. Shia Islam became central to daily life, with mosques and rituals shaping culture. The state sponsored religious schools and ceremonies, weaving shi-ism into Iran's identity. Conversion was gradual but transformative, uniting the nation under a new faith. The Safavid era redefined Iran's political, economic and spiritual landscape. A unique Iranian identity was born. Shah Abbas the Great ascended the throne in 1588, rescuing a fractured empire from chaos and internal strife. At just 16 years old, he inherited a realm beset by enemies and weakened by years of instability. Determined to restore order, he broke the Qizilbash's power, creating a loyal standing army of musketeers, artillery, and converted Ghulam slaves. This new force was disciplined and modern, unlike anything Persia had seen before. Abbas modernized the military, introducing advanced tactics and weaponry. He led his troops to victory, defeating the Uzbeks in the east and reclaiming lost lands from the powerful Ottomans in the west. His victories restored Iran's prestige and secured its borders, bringing a sense of safety and pride to his people. Abbas was also a visionary administrator, building roads, caravanserais, and fostering trade across the empire. He encouraged merchants and travelers, making Persia a crossroads of commerce. He turned silk and carpets into major exports, fueling economic growth and transforming Iran into a center of luxury goods admired worldwide. Abbas welcomed Europeans and showed tolerance to minorities, making Isfahan a cosmopolitan hub where cultures, ideas, and innovations flourished side by side. His reign brought political stability, military strength, and economic prosperity, laying the foundation for a vibrant and unified society. Abbas's reforms transformed Iran into a world power, admired and respected by both East and West. The Safavid Golden Age flourished under his rule, with art, architecture, and culture reaching new heights. His legacy was one of unity, innovation, and enduring strength, inspiring generations to come. Under Shah Abbas, the empire reached its zenith, leaving an indelible mark on Persian history and the world. In 1598, Shah Abbas moved the capital to Isfahan, envisioning a city that embodied Safavid glory. He transformed Isfahan into a masterpiece of urban design, earning the saying, "Isfahan is half the world." The vast Naqsh-e-Jahan Square became the city's vibrant heart, hosting parades, markets, and ceremonies. Architectural marvels surrounded the square: the Ali Kapu Palace, the private Sheikh Lotfola Mosque, and the Grand Shah Mosque. The Imperial Bazaar connected commerce directly to the city's core, fueling economic life. Isfahan's mosques, palaces, gardens, and bridges showcased Safavid wealth and artistry. The city became a symbol of political power and religious devotion. Abbas's vision made Isfahan a center of culture and trade. The city's splendor reflected the empire's golden age. Isfahan stood as the ultimate expression of Safavid achievement. The Safavids transformed Iran from Sunni to Shia, starting with Shah Ismail's bold declaration in 1501. This move set Iran apart from its Sunni neighbors and unified the state under a new religious identity. Conversion was enforced through pressure and at times violence. Sunni clerics faced exile or death. The Safavids imported Shia scholars to educate and lead, building a new religious elite. They sponsored Shia art, architecture, and rituals, embedding the faith in Iranian culture. Passion plays and grand shrines deepened Shi'ism's hold on the people. Over time, most Iranians embraced Shia Islam despite resistance. This shift created a lasting sectarian divide with neighboring states. Shi'ism became inseparable from Iranian national identity. The Safavid religious legacy endures to this day. Early Safavid Shahs were seen as semi-divine, but later rulers became more conventional monarchs. The Shia clerical class, or ulama, gained power building independent networks of mosques and schools. The ulama controlled religious endowments, growing financially and politically independent. A power-sharing system emerged. The Shahs ruled politically while the ulama provided religious legitimacy. High-ranking clerics held government posts intertwining mosque and state. The ulama enforced stricter Shia orthodoxy, reducing tolerance for other faiths and Sufi orders. As Shahs retreated into palace life, clerics shaped policy and society. This religious conservatism weakened the empire from within. The balance of power shifted, setting the stage for decline. Shah Abbas's reforms, while effective, sowed seeds of decline. Isolated royal princes became weak rulers, and the Qizilbaş's leadership pipeline vanished. After Abbas's death, corruption and incompetence plagued the court. Trade routes shifted, draining wealth as European powers bypassed Iran. Heavy taxes and mismanagement fueled unrest and hardship. The empire's military and administration decayed, leaving it vulnerable. In Afghanistan, Sunni Ghilzai tribes rebelled against forced conversion, sensing Safivid weakness. Mirwais Hotak's uprising signaled the empire's impending collapse. In 1722, Mahmud Hotak's Afghan forces invaded Iran, exploiting Safavid weakness. The once mighty Safavid army collapsed at the Battle of Gulnabad. Mahmud's troops besieged Isfahan, causing famine and suffering. Shah Sultan Hussein surrendered, ending over 2 centuries of Safavid rule. The Afghan occupation was brutal and chaotic, plunging Iran into turmoil. Ottoman and Russian forces seized territory amid the chaos. Though briefly restored by Nader Shah, the Safavid dynasty was finished by 1736. The fall was traumatic, but the Safavids' legacy endured. They unified Iran, established its borders, and forged a Shia identity. The empire's cultural and religious foundations still shape Iran today. The Safavid era ended, but its impact remains profound.